Fill up the gas, check the oil and tire. If we evacuate, I'll be ready to go. Radiation funk.
I'm here today with members of the band Maxwell, who burst onto the scene in the Harrisburg area in the late 1970s with their original regional hit, Radiation Funk. And we wanted to talk to them about the development of that song and what kind of a moment it had for the band back in the late 1970s as we marked the 40th anniversary of the nuclear accident at 3 Mile Island. Can you tell me a little bit about the origin of the song? Mr. Moore, I think I understood that it was your idea to come up with a song built around the TMI story.
We were playing a lot of music at a lot of different places, and the 3 Mile Island thing came. And it just interested me that there was so much going on about it. I thought maybe it'd be nice to write a song about it because I worked there at the time.
Uh-huh.
So I was sort of familiar with everything that was going on, and I just thought it'd be a nice idea to take this idea back to the band and see how it would go over.
Yeah. Now, how close to the actual time of the accident was that you took that idea to the band? The accident happened in late March.
Yes.
Was it like the next day or two, or was it like a couple weeks later?
Around the same time, because I remember people were still flying around in their cars trying to get away from this area.
Really?
You know?
Okay.
So it all happened simultaneously.
Did you have lyrics in your mind already?
Yes, I just thought about this. Well, it would be great to think of something that might go with this that would fill out the 3 Mile Island thing.
Yeah.
And I just took the idea to the band, and everybody liked it. I put a
Tell us
lot of
about-
the words down on paper,
Mhm.
and I got with our sax player.
Our sax player at the time was Jimmy Harris. So Jimmy was one of the most naturally talented people I ever worked with, and he came up with a verse with all the rhythms and the chords in the verse, the bass part, that kind of stuff. So my job at that point was to develop the song to give it structure. So we had a verse, and then we had a verse, and then we had an intro, then we had a sax solo, and then we had a verse, and then we had an ending. So now the song had structure.
A horn band.
Uh-huh.
And we were playing funk and disco, very popular in clubs, dance clubs.
Yeah.
So
We played anywhere we could get a job and get there and get home that night and go to work the next day.
Well, we left. The story of how it got played is our guitar player, Corby Myers, went to a radio station in New York, and he had a friend, which she listened to the tape. She stuck it in and played it over the air. And the station manager had a fit because you can't do that.
Huh.
Well, the switchboard lit up. They got hundreds of calls. Who's that band? What's this song?
Yeah.
So he was angry, and he said, get it licensed in a hurry. So it took us about 6 weeks to actually get records pressed.
Uh-huh.
And it was fully licensed to be played at that point. And we have friends that came back from Europe.
Mhm.
They were stationed overseas.
In the service, yeah.
In the service, and it went out over the Armed Forces Network.
Yeah.
So I had people contact me from Georgia, and from Germany and France. And it was a good hit in France, and it was a good hit in Germany.
And that little 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes of song, it tells you the whole story right
It really
there.
does, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm almost amazed that you were able to do that.
It's living in the moment, because sometimes you get lucky. And that's what you get in the music business. You got to be over average lucky to have anything that resonates.
We didn't change the world. We just documented how real, everyday people that work for a living felt about a potentially horrible event.
That's a little bit of the story of Radiation Funk, and I'm not just trying to be a fanboy here. It's really, really good music. It really cooks, and I highly advise anybody that sees this to Google Radiation Funk, do whatever you have to do, call it up online, and give it a listen. You'll be glad you did.